10 seconds.
On the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield, it's time for Red Raider basketball with head coach Mark Adams. Presented by Rudy's Barbecue, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Visit rudys.com to find real Texas barbecue near you. Also brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Reliant Energy, proud partner of Texas Tech Athletics. And by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Register for your chance to win courtside seats at RedRaidersContest.com.
Two-hand throw down, and the Red Raiders are running.
Now, here's your host, Jeff Haxton.
Good Monday, everyone, and welcome into Rudy's here on the South Loop and Slide, where we've got Red Raider basketball talk for the next hour. Rudy's is the spot to come get the ribs, the brisket, the sausage, the turkey, all the sides that you could want. Man, I love the pickles and the onions and the jalapenos. I took a ton of those jalapenos home with me last week and used them in whatever kind of other dishes I was going to use throughout the week. Yeah, I did it. I smuggled some jalapenos home. Get your shopping done because we got a little snow coming in, little West Texas snow, Coach Adams. Nothing to sneeze at, right? You ready for the snow?
I'm ready for a change. Yeah, that'd be great.
Any kind of change.
That's
huh?
right.
Any kind of change. Don't forget in the mornings they've got the breakfast tacos that are awesome. You can get your caffeination fix in here that I do in the mornings with Diet Dr. Pepper right out of the fountains, and then some great breakfast tacos. This is Coach Mark Adams' show. Coach, appreciate you taking the time, and I know it's busy. I know it's crazy. How's it going today, sir?
Well, we had a good practice today. It's a challenging time, as you can imagine. We're frustrated, as I'm sure a lot of you are here, and the listeners and our fans, and nobody's more frustrated than myself and our coaching staff and our players. And again, we've got great kids, lovable guys, and they're still getting in the gym and doing shooting on their own and watching film, and they're that old cliche, you don't count the days, make the days count, and we're not just counting the days to get this thing over with. We're really trying to make each day count and trying to improve. We made some improvement even against a very tough team at K-State, and I thought our guys gave a valiant effort and played hard against an unbelievable home court advantage for K-State, but we battled, and I thought we were really, really tough as a team. Just had, didn't have individually have guys that made some open shots. We missed free throws, but, there's six of the top, or these top 10 teams are in the top 25, I think in the top 17. And so every game is just a knockdown, drag out fight. And we've been in every fight except one. And we got to start, answering that bell the 11th and 12th round and finish the game.
There's a guy on the internet that all he does is rank things, and he ranked that Kansas State student section #1 across the entire country over the weekend. They were involved. It was the loudest place that we've been, I thought.
Yeah, and a lot of energy in that building, and the way it's built, it's just those fans are just right on top of you, and they were really, really loud. Might have, I thought, influenced some of the officiating, I thought, at times. But it was a fun experience, and it's a great experience for our young guys to get to see that and play in that firsthand. And that, again, halftime we were in good shape and let the game get away from us, lost some momentum, and had some droughts in scoring-wise. So we're doing what we can to try to work on that.
What's the locker room like after that on such a tough streak and being ahead again at halftime and letting one get away? What's take us inside if you don't mind?
It's no different. I'm sure all the fans feel. You're frustrated. You're disappointed, and you see these guys play the effort they played with, and then find a way to let it get away from us. But very frustrated, but still determined. Guys, they want to win. We got great competitors, and they hurt for each other, and we all hurt as a coaching staff for this young team, and then we hurt for our fans. We know how important winning is, and I don't think anybody's more frustrated than I am, and sad that we hadn't got this thing going yet, and days are tough to wake up and get going, but that's what we do in West Texas. We have a lot of tough people out here, and with coming from farming community and a lot of farmers out there, and you just got to keep going. Crop maybe not be as good as you thought it was, but you make the best of what you can, and we're still right there. So we've got I think a resilient team, and we're hoping to continue to see that, and we'll see that against West Virginia.
You played really well in the first half. What went right?
Well, defensively, I think we're getting back to our basics, and I thought we did a much better job of protecting the paint and working together. When we had several charges that weren't called, but the effort was there. I thought that was one of the things that was impressive. And then I thought on the boards we did an exceptional job of attacking the offensive glass and that's effort and toughness, and was proud of our guys for doing that when our shots weren't falling.
That's the third straight game you've out rebounded an opponent, so that's getting a lot better. What's keyed that?
Well, when you're not shooting the ball well, you got to figure out ways to score, and we're trying to push it more. When our guys are kind of back into slowing it down a little bit, and we're trying to get them to push the pace and attack. But we do that well when the shot goes up. Our guys know that we've got to find a way to score, and Jalen Tyson's doing well. I thought Kevin O'Banner obviously had a poor night shooting from the free throw line and from the 3-point line, but great effort on rebounding, and he took several big charges for us.
Got on the floor.
Yes,
too.
got on the floor and showed us the character that he's made of, and I thought he set a great example for our guys.
With the free throws with O'Banner, all in the head?
I would think so. I mean, he's one of our best free throw shooters, and I think what happens, their frustration, as you can imagine, like yours, they're just trying so hard individually to make those shots and make free throws because they want to win in the worst way, and they know that there's a lot of pressure on them, and so we're trying to to burden and not burden them with the pressure and put that back on coaching, which goes back to me, and this all's it's my fault. These guys are where they are, and I told them those guys to keep playing as hard as they can. We'll keep coaching like we've always coached, and just go play and have fun.
With again, you're trying to do this learning with again, just unbelievably high-ranked teams. Is there any way to know? I mean, do you feel like the schedule, Big 12-wise, is front-loaded? I mean, you got to go, it seems, every Saturday on the road. Do you feel like the second half will be more manageable?
Well, it has to be. I mean, that's just something we're looking forward to, and as long as we're getting better, and we just know that it's going to show up in the win column sooner or later. So keep grinding, keep working. And then, the things we've got to keep focusing more on the team. When we had 10 assists in that last game, so we've got to share the ball. The shots we're taking, some of them are not ideal, and we talked to our guards about trying to distribute it better and get the ball inside.
Scott says, is the poor free throw shooting just purely mental? That was one of his questions. Yeah,
I mean, on free throw shooting, there's 2 or 3 ways to to get better. One is just repetition. We're doing a lot of that, and then there's the pressure free throw shooting that goes with that. We try to put our guys in situations where they have to make pressure free throws in practice, and then the third is just just the fundamental part of it, just in the visualization of the confidence of going in.
Is a good example of anything can happen in this league TCU winning by almost 20 at Allen Fieldhouse?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not ready to play, I mean, like we went to Iowa State and they had the energy and the aggressiveness, and we didn't, and that's where you saw that 20-point loss. And other than that, we've been in every game. But you're going to see these if a team gets uncomfortable or gets comfortable rather, and they think it's going to be easy, which it never is, then. You could look at a lopsided game.
Kerwin Walton's played his way into some time.
He has. He's done really well. And
what's keyed that?
Well, first of all, he can shoot the 3, and so his things he's got to work on is just the defensive end, just being aggressive in other areas. But we always know he can shoot the long 3-point shot, and he's been doing that in practice. So he'll see more and more playing time. We really need that. We've been a 3-point shooting team. Now we're down about 30% in the conference, and so. We need more outside threats, and he'll give us that.
Is there anybody else that can play their way into some playing time? I guess I'm talking about Damarian Williams and Elijah Fisher.
Yeah, we're going to Elijah's going to see some playing time tomorrow. Damarian, we have a lot of confidence in him as well. We're loaded up at the guards, but yeah, we'll look at that. Trying to get guys in the game and Warren has a little more experience than some of these guys. So, we're still, we like our team. There's not one guy on this team that can't contribute. And even, Robert Jennings is very physical and gets on the boards well. Still, maybe not where he needs to be on the offensive side, but we're to the point now, Jeff. We're just going to play the guys that are going to play the hardest and play physical and hopefully get back to play defense. Yeah, and we had a great defensive effort the first half, and where that goes south on us, it may just be fatigue. It's not subbing in, and the guys maybe just losing some focus and some concentration there.
Is Davion Harmon doing everything that you need for him to do in that position?
Well, I had an hour film session with Davion today. He's got a great attitude, and he wants to win. And sometimes he's like the other guys, like Pop. They're trying so hard to win that they're, maybe rushing the shots and need to slow down a little bit and attack and get to the paint and then try to find the open guy.
All right, we come back with Mark Adams. We're going to focus on West Virginia, the upcoming opponent. We've got tickets to West Virginia as well if you'd like to come by Rudy's on the South Loop and Slide and help us out rooting on the Red Raiders and against the Mountaineers. More coming up right after this on the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
You're clear, break one for 4 minutes.
Okay.
Every time, we do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time just tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Andrus Brothers Roofing, we nail it. Every time, quality guarantee. Andrus Brothers Roofing, every time.
Happy State Bank is more than a financial institution. We are a mainstay in the lives of the customers we serve and the communities we live in. Hi, I'm Brett Moody, Senior Vice President, Commercial Loan Officer for Happy State Bank, where we are putting our customers first, making each experience a happy one. We pride ourselves on giving back to our local communities. Happy State Bank is always banking with you in mind. Find out more at happybank.com. Happy State Bank, a division of Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
West Texas Land Guys is one of the region's premier developers with projects in Lubbock, San Angelo, and Abilene. West Texas Land Guys have developed hundreds of acres and 10 communities in Lubbock alone. To see some of our work, visit the vineyards at Escondido or come see us in the 2023 Parade of Homes in Sedona. Whether you're thinking of selling land or want to buy a lot for your dream home, we've got you covered. Visit WestTexasLandGuys.com to see how we're developing the future.
At Interim Home Health and Hospice, we provide one-on-one attention to patients in their own homes. We have been caring for Lubbock and the surrounding areas with personalized hospice care for 20 years. West Texans proudly serving West Texans so you can rest, feel, and live well. Call us at 806-791-0042 or visit us at interimhealthcare.com. Interim Healthcare, the champions of your health.
Hub City Body Shop is proud to be an ICAR certified gold business. At Hub City Body Shop, we know the latest repair techniques, how to find hidden damage, and how to repair your car's critical safety features. We never cut corners, keeping you and your family safe. You'll always get free estimates, free insurance claim service, and now get free headlight restoration with every repair job. Hub City Body Shop. New name, still family owned and operated. Make it pretty, call Hub City, 5721 Genoa Avenue, just off Spur 327. HubCityBodyShop.com.
At Bill Wells Chevy, we treat you like family. We make car buying easy as can be.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet. We're not just a Chevrolet dealership. We sell Buick and GMC as well. In fact, we have the largest inventory in Plainview with new 23s arriving daily. Call, come by, or click BillWellsChevrolet.com. And just like GMC, we are professional grade at Bill Wells, where your next car is in plain view.
Looking for the best Texas Tech gear? Then shop with the official retailer of Texas Tech Athletics, The Matador. We have everything Texas Tech at shopthematador.com and enjoy free shipping. Shop for Under Armour coaches,
Gotcha.
sideline and on the field
Make sure
players
they're
gear.
together.
Shop for brand names like Texas Tech Yeti drinkware and stylish,
Those are all
trendy
together.
game day wear.
You
The
bet.
Matador is
Thank you.
proud to be locally owned, alumni and student
not
operated. We are loyal and passionate about Texas Tech. ShopTheMatador.com.
30 seconds.
For all businesses. At CTSI, we remind you to implement cyber defense solutions to protect you. Call CTSI today and
That's
schedule a
up to you.
free, no obligation consultation. We'll create
Leave
a
it.
roadmap that is customized
Alright.
for you and secures your business. CTSI is a
can
Lubbock-built,
leave it.
operated, and owned company with a second location in Amarillo.
Boxes, ma'am.
For 37 years, we've served the Texas
We can
Pan
talk about that.
10 seconds.
in eastern New Mexico. And we work every day to earn your business. Call CTSI now at 806-793-8961 or go to ctsinet.com.
Hey, we are back here at Rudy's South Loop and Slide. You know where we're at. Come by and get the barbecue, all the brisket, sausage, pork loin, pork ribs, spicy chop with the sauce. Got all kinds of stuff here for you at Rudy's. Turkey and chicken, and just can't miss it. It's great. Come by in the morning as well and get those breakfast tacos. Mark Adams is our guest.
I think
Red
I'd rather
Raider.
talk about the Rudy's menu. It's always a win. So we could just go through it and talk about each one of those things right now. So
How they the smoking process.
That's right.
And, the ingredients, the rubs. I would love to have my own cooking show. That would be something that I would enjoy.
at this point, I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be your specialty? What would you cook? The Mark Adams cookbook.
I don't know.
Cooking with Coach.
Yeah, I'm a dessert guy, so I'd probably mine would be more on sweets and pies and cakes and those type of things.
Pastries?
So, yeah, pastries. I like it all. So
Are you a
candy?
Are you a donut guy?
Yeah, I like donuts.
Oh
so.
my gosh.
And back in Brownville, we had the Spud Nut Shop, which was
Uh-huh.
it was a great place to go eat.
That's
So,
popular. Y'all like that place?
Yeah, we got some Brownville people out. It was a wonderful place. Even at 6 a.m. when I was going out to move irrigation systems at 6, I'd go by there and get a donut. So it was,
How hard was that to do? Moving irrigate. Those things are huge.
well, that was and cold in the mornings and get wet but the donuts were good anyway.
Okay.
So
What's your go-to donut?
it was usually a glazed cherry donut. That's what I loved to get. So that was
Cherry fritter's my favorite, so I like the cherry as well on that. What's keeping you going right now? I mean, this is tough. I mean, again, you're going through. Well, I saw this. The average net for the Big 12 is 22.4. The average net for the Big 10 is 55. So you're going through, again, a Sweet 16 team, an Elite 8 team, a Final Four team almost every time you play. And you've been close a ton. What's keeping you going?
So the Big Ten's at 55.
55 average net ranking.
I wish
They
we
have
could-
one
I
team
wish-
in the top
I wish for
25.
this year we could move to the Big Ten. That's what
Yeah.
I wish. So that helped things a little bit. But every game is it's such a tough game, and I think any coach in the league would say that, even with our losses and all, and you even look at they always have the bookies and favorites, and they're pretty and every time we go in a game we're either 1 or 2 minus 1 or 2, and that even at K-State I think it was a 2-point difference or 3 or so,
4 something,
and
something close.
Yeah, but you know what, really going through hard times, it's tough. I'm sad that I'm letting the fans down, and I haven't gone through too many of these situations, but I have strong faith, and God's read the Bible a lot and listen to Christian music, and keeps things in perspective. I got to see my 2 grandkids over the weekend, and that was fun to do. Hudson's 10 months old, and then Cannon's going to be 2 here coming up shortly. So those are things that keep things in perspective in life. And I love the players. I just love their being around these guys, and they're good-hearted young men, and they're good guys, good character, and that motivates me, because I really want this for them. I want them to keep improving, And so those are things that keep me motivated.
What do these other teams have that maybe we're missing?
Well, I think one thing that, just watching Texas beat West Virginia at West Virginia, Marcus Carr was fabulous. And, last year we had a Bryson Williams, and if the one thing's really, we don't have a go-to guy, just someone that late in the game where we can, get in the ball and he can just go make a play. And there are so many, every team, maybe with the exception of West Virginia, they've got one guy that's pretty good at scoring all three levels. But they've got guys that can just go make huge plays, and most of these guys there's a handful of them are going to be in the NBA next year. So, we've got to look in our recruiting and all. We've got to get in the portal too and find a couple of those guys that can make the big plays. As far as you look at West Virginia, same as K-State, West Virginia's got all seniors, and most of these guys are transfers, and it's been our kind of our model up to this year, and we're so tired of these guys having we loved our guys last year, we had them just for 1 year. We thought we'd try to build, and we've got great young players that are going to be really good. It's just getting some experience under their belt.
Do you feel like you'll go back to more of a portal-based recruitment in the future?
No doubt. We'll add. We've got to add some age in with this young group, and then these guys are they'll be so much better a year older than now, and won't have near the distractions, and it won't they're learning so much as freshmen, just how to deal with coaching and tough coaching, and then just the roles have changed, and then you've got other distractions out there with NIL, and so it's a lot to juggle if you're a young player.
Talking with head coach Mark Adams. Get your questions in-house or online at Guns Up Radio. We'd love to do that through the Twitter machine. We can relay those to Coach. All right, you got Bob Huggins coming up next on Wednesday. Still getting after it. As you mentioned, lost 69-61 to Texas over the weekend, but they do have a win over that team that beat Kansas on the road, again by almost 20. TCU, they won that game up at the West Virginia Coliseum. What do you see in this year's West Virginia team? Because I'll be honest, I listened to that on the way home as soon as we landed, and a lot of those guys I wasn't very familiar with on the West Virginia team.
No, they've got they're starting 5 seniors, and just to see they've got one that's back that was at Texas, transferred back in, and then they've got I think just one that's actually a veteran. Everybody else has been they got out of the transfer portal. But Coach Huggins' teams always plays physical. He's going to be on the referees. They're a great rebounding team, offense and defensive rebounding. They shot block well, and so anything around the basket, you're going to have to shot fake it, or probably better if you shot fake and pitch it out to one of our guys for a three-point shot. So we'll have to be selective. They turn you over. They caused nearly 19 or 20 turnovers against Texas. Texas still able to win. That game went down, I think, with 2 minutes to go. It was tied.
Close.
Yeah, it was really close. And so they're like us. They're playing everybody close, just hadn't come up with a win.
Yeah, the turnovers, I'm taking a look here, and my computer's not cooperating. Turnovers per game, they turn them over 15.6. That's a good number. And then you mentioned the block shots. They got 54 block shots, so they're going to have a lot contested at the rim. Trey Mitchell is their guy that leads them in points, followed by Eric Stevenson, Kedrian Johnson. The one that I'm looking at, Coach, that I really know is Emmett Matthews Jr.
Yeah, and they all got size. There's 3 of those guys that shoot 40% from three-point line. They're long. He had a great three-point shooting team last year, and they're a little bit like us. They're missing a lot of those shots in conference, but they're very capable. And the big difference is they're going to be much longer. And they're not only long; they're a big team. Now they're very they'll do what they can. It'll be the most physical game we'll play all year against West Virginia, and it'll be a slugfest, and we've got to be ready to match their intensity and their physicality.
Bring your mouthpiece type game,
Need
right?
to, yeah. And we're ready for it. We're getting prepared for that, and they're going to press us some, and they'll trap quite a bit, and they'll just be very, very aggressive on the defensive side, not let us catch the ball. So we've got to do a good job of slowing down, have good spacing out on the floor, and then try to make that extra pass and get that. If we can move the ball around, we'll get a good shot.
Yeah, one thing that I want to bring up about West Virginia is their net is 30. What I'm trying to get at here is you have to, in this league, ignore the records like teams that are getting ready to play Texas Tech. They're ignoring that conference record because they know if they don't play, they're going to get beat. And they've all played well against Texas Tech. But this net for West Virginia is 30, and Joe Lunardi has them in the last 4 out. So almost on the knocking on the door of a NCAA tournament berth. That's the kind of team that's going to come in, right?
Yeah, when you look at in the pre or in the conference, as far as the pre-conference standings and what everybody projected, West Virginia was, they were at the bottom, but they've had such a great non-conference schedule and played extremely well. Then everybody started talking about their team that could win the Big 12. So, and they could as well. They've got the talent, they got the experience, the three-point shooting, obviously the coaching. This is a team, like Texas Tech. We're trying to get back in the fight, and they're doing the same. And if they do, I think Huggins teams always get better, like I hope we will. And I think they're going to make a big splash in February, like I hope we do as well.
One more thing. You told me an interesting note during the break. Daniel Bacho's family is going to be here, right? Tell me about that.
Daniel has not seen, it's even hard for us to even imagine this. He hadn't seen his mom in 3 years. And so, was at Arizona and then here, and he's homesick for his mom. I don't blame him at all. And he's got a little brother and sister, and they're all going to come in. They're coming in today. In fact, they should have just landed. So you'll see a smile on Daniel's face against West Virginia, and he is so excited to have them come in and get to see them. Very close to his mom, and these kids that come over from overseas, they sacrifice so much just to get their education and be able to experience college basketball on this level, and he's done just that. He's gone through a huge injury and had some issues along the way with that knee injury, but
illness.
He's a happy young man tonight.
That's great. Well, let's give it up for Coach Adams.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. God bless y'all. Appreciate your support. Need everybody out on against West Virginia. Don't give up on us. Thank you.
Yeah, don't give up. We'll be there Thursday or Wednesday. You don't want to get there Thursday. Wednesday at 6 o'clock, Texas Tech and the Mountaineers. We'll have more coming up on the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
From diagnosis through treatment, make Caprock
Clear, break 2, 4 minutes.
Still got tickets.
Peripheral and vascular care. Caprock Cardio is proud to offer Lubbock's first and only full-service cardiology clinic and cath lab. Now serving the entire South Plains and eastern New Mexico regions from convenient, state-of-the-art facilities. Caprock Cardio wants to be your complete heart health provider. Caprock Cardiovascular Center and Cath Lab is a proud corporate partner of Texas Tech Athletics and the American Heart Association. Our town, our team.
Whether it's a weekend retreat, rich, productive farmland, or green grazing pasture, land is a timeless investment. Capital Farm Credit, a member-owned lending cooperative, specializes in land financing with competitive rates and flexible terms. Our lending staff understands agriculture and country living and can assist you with land ownership. Let us finance your way of life. CapitalFarmCredit.com.
Hi, I'm Texas Tech baseball coach Tim Tadlock. Our coaches and players compete each day to represent Texas Tech at the national level. Red Raider Club members provide the necessary resources to be our best. Thank you for giving to the Red Raider Club and supporting more than 400 student athletes through scholarships, academic support, nutrition, sports medicine, and much more. You are the lifeblood of this department. Wreck 'em.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Reliant, being a part of Red Raider Nation means more than just cheering on the team. It's about being a part of a community that supports one another. As an electricity provider, it is our commitment to every customer, and it's as strong as our Texas roots. It's our promise today and for generations to come. We look forward to teaming up with you. Reliant, proud partner of Texas Tech Athletics. Reliant. PUCT number 10007.
What does it take to make the perfect brisket? Basketball and barbecue lovers know that the perfect brisket needs the right wood. Rudy's smokes all of their meats using their delicious signature rubs and 100% oak-fired pits. Get your real Texas barbecue fix today at Rudy's or on the web at rudys.com.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
30 seconds.
Support your Red Raider basketball team when they take on the West Virginia Mountaineers inside United Supermarkets Arena. The Big 12 matchup tips off Wednesday, January 25th at 6 p.m. and tickets start at just $30. To get your tickets to the game, visit TexasTech.com or call 806
you're going to be able to hear me.
Tech. That's TexasTech.com and 806.
10 seconds.
Be there to cheer on your Red Raiders and help us fill United Supermarkets Arena with Raider power. Because together we attack.
Hello. Okay. We are back here at Rudy's 100%. That's where we're at with all of the coaches' shows, from the Joey McGuire show, the Krista Gerlich show, the Mark Adams show, and soon the Tim Tadlock show, as baseball will be coming up in 25 days. Come by and get the barbecue, take it home. Again, the pork loin, pork ribs, baby back ribs. I love the baby back ribs. Pulled pork, wheat bread, white bread. Turn it into a sandwich at the house. Get the sandwich here with the bun, potato salad, everything you want here at Rudy's South Loop and Slide. They got the little store up front if you want to take some things home. And always hit that fountain. The jalapenos, the onions, and the pickles are all there, and a couple different kinds of sauces. You'll be a hero. Just take it home. Joining us is grad assistant Jonathan Holmes. If you've seen this guy rolling around, that's because he's there every second with these guys. He works with the bigs. Jonathan, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Although this is our last show, so you're getting on to kind of wrap us up. Give us a little bit of your background. You played at Texas, right? Everybody will love that.
Yeah. I played at Texas. Grew up in San Antonio. Ended up going to UT. Played professionally the last 6 years, and then this is my first year stepping into coaching. So, yeah.
Where'd you play professionally?
Played a couple years in the league. First year was with the Lakers. Ended up getting hurt early on. Sat out that year. The next year, started with the Cavs and then went overseas and played in Spain and then all over the place in Europe after that.
What was the best spot in Europe?
Either I'd say Barcelona or Tel Aviv in Israel. Those were my two favorites.
Keenan Evans, our guy, is living it up in Israel.
Yeah, Israel's a very underrated spot.
Yeah, and unfortunately he got hurt. He got, I think, an Achilles after just a weird deal. He's over there just killing it, and then after a rebound, just went down, which is an unfortunate part of this game. What made you want to come here? Because am I mistaken that you showed up a little bit late?
Yeah, so it was a crazy story. I was making that transition from playing into coaching, and my GA at Texas is actually, his name is Riley Davis, and he's really close with a lot of guys on the staff here, and he had nothing but great things to say about Texas Tech and the culture that they had and the coaches and everything. So I was telling him I didn't know if I wanted to continue to play, and he was directing me kind of to come this way, and then I did, and it's been great since I've been here.
Working with the bigs, what does that entail? Take us through that, because I do see you working with those guys all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it's pretty physical. I mean, there's a lot of physicality with it.
Yeah, you still sweat.
Yeah, on a daily basis, which is, comes with it. But Yeah, I mean, we just work on. We have a lot of our bigs are very skilled, so it's not just stuff around the basket. They can stretch the floor, working on 15 feet and out, 3-pointers, obviously touch around the rim, and then Coach Adams is really big on free throws, so that's been something that we've really worked on.
How far along have you seen some of these guys come? Because, I mean, Bacho made huge leaps from last year to this year. Just kind of talk about their development.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great to work with them and just see them. I didn't really watch a lot of college basketball last year, just being in Europe, but just since I've been here, just seeing how receptive they are to trying to get better. Dawes is another one of those guys who, even while he was hurt, he would come in the gym and we'd get shots up with him sitting in a high chair. They're just they want to get better, and they come in the gym and they work. So just seeing them develop and become better players is a plus.
In your opinion, can these guys turn the corner, turn it around?
100%. I mean, every game except for one, we've been in it. The Iowa State game is the only exception, and I think that came down to us just not playing hard enough. But every other game, we've been in it, and it's come down to 2 or 3 possessions here or there, and a lot of it has been mistakes that we've made, and we kind of been hurting ourselves. So I think one game can change the rest of the season. I think we're right on the cusp of getting to where we want to go.
Jonathan Holmes is our guest. He is a grad assistant. These guys are invaluable with the work that they put in, whether it be through the scout, you're walking through the night before, you're huddled up with whoever's got the scout, you're running those plays, or if you're in the ballroom or the meeting room, you're not like running through it, you're kind of walking through it, but you got the Target jersey on that you would be posing as. Give me one guy you've posed
I
as.
mean, usually I'm the other team's big, so
Yeah.
whatever the big is for the other team, I'm that guy. So
Timmy Allen or somebody like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But these guys, they work extremely hard. So with this upcoming game with West Virginia, how do you feel? What needs to happen? I mean, because we're getting off to great starts, doing great in the first half, and then something changes.
I mean, I think we have a pretty young team. So with that comes, some of these road bumps with learning how to win. The Big 12 is, I don't remember it ever being this competitive.
No, me either.
Where it's like from the top team to the bottom team, like everyone is a possession away from beating anyone. So just with having the youth that we have and us, having the injuries that we've had, we just need to find the way to win, which is it comes with it. But I think we're, you see improvement every game.
What's your opinion of Robert Jennings?
I think Rob, like I tell people all the time, I feel like Rob can be like Thomas Robinson was a few years ago for Kansas. Just the first week I was here, I was in the gym watching the guys work out, and I saw Rob, and I was like, how old is that kid? Like, he has to be like a junior or senior, and like, no, he's just a freshman. Like, I think
a homeschooled freshman.
Yeah, I think Rob, like, the sky's the limit for him, and the more he continues to learn the game, the better he'll be. But physically, he's a freak.
Coaching track for you now, right? I mean, is that the future? There's got to be a lot of place to place to place to try and climb the ladder. I mean, that's kind of the way these guys do it. I've seen GA stay max 3-4 years, and then they're on to the next one. Is that the route that you've chosen for yourself then?
Man, honestly, I'm just trying to stay where my feet are, just take it one day at a time. I think after the season, we'll figure everything out. But if obviously, like coaching, it's just like playing. You don't really stay in one place for too long. But I'm happy where I'm at right now, and I love doing what I'm doing.
You like Lubbock?
I mean, I like the people in Lubbock. There's not a lot to do.
You like Lubbock?
Lubbock is cool. I think, yeah. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm usually up at the Womble working and doing stuff.
What do you think about the Womble?
It's top of the.
It's the greatest place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Do they ever let you use the hot tub?
Yeah, I mean, I probably should use it more than I have, but
see, I would definitely be in the hot tub, not the cold tub.
Yeah, the cold tub isn't for me. Yeah, it was like it was pulling teeth trying to get me in there when I was playing, so definitely not going to do it.
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, the hot tub is good. Let's give it up for Jonathan. Thank you so much, man.
No problem.
All right, that's Jonathan Holmes, GA. We appreciate him. We're coming back with more right after this on the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance wants you to experience
Clear, break 3, 4 minutes.
VIP style. Catch your Red Raiders courtside with a friend by registering to win at RedRaidersContests.com. Opportunities to win include Texas on February 13th and TCU on February 25th. Winner to receive 2 courtside seats to the game. Register for a chance to win at RedRaidersContests.com and be a VIP thanks to Texas Farm Bureau Insurance.
What does it take to make the perfect brisket? Basketball and barbecue lovers know that the perfect brisket needs the right wood. Rudy's smokes all of their meats using their delicious signature rubs and 100% oak-fired pits. Get your real Texas barbecue fix today at Rudy's or on the web at rudys.com.
Ah, there's nothing like the sound of a new baby calf or the smell of fresh rain on a cotton crop. My friends at Capital Farm Credit share this excitement with agricultural and livestock producers. We want to be your lending partner. Whether you require operating funds for next year's crop or need to buy hay for your cattle, we have a loan that's right for you. Let us finance your operation. CapitalFarmCredit.com.
At Reliant, being a part of Red Raider Nation means more than just cheering on the team. It's about being a part of a community that supports one another. As an electricity provider, it is our commitment to every customer, and it's as strong as our Texas roots. It's our promise today and for generations to come. We look forward to teaming up with you. Reliant, proud partner of Texas Tech Athletics. Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
This is Texas Tech Athletics Director Kirby Hocutt. Red Raider fans are some of the best and most passionate fans in the nation, and there's no denying it. There's also no denying that supporting our sponsors is one of the best ways to support the Red Raiders. Year after year, when businesses support the Red Raiders, they help provide funding for the many needs in Tech athletics and make games like the ones you're listening to on this Texas Tech radio network possible. So next time you're in need of a product or service, show your Red Raider spirit and support the companies that support Texas Tech.
Texas Tech fans, support your Red Raider basketball team when they take on the Iowa State Cyclones inside United Supermarkets Arena. The Big 12 matchup tips off Monday, January 30th at 8 p.m. and tickets start at just $30. To get your tickets to the game, visit TexasTech.com or call 806-742-TECH. That's TexasTech.com and 806-742-TECH. Be there to cheer on your Red Raiders and help us fill United Supermarkets Arena with Raider power, because together we attack.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
How much time?
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda.
Lord, Dylan Riggs.
You hear that?
Yes, sir.
How much time?
Pop of soda.
We got about 35 seconds from
All right.
right now.
And then I'm going to get out of here about 52.
Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda.
And then we'll wrap.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Alrighty, you still have one more break.
I know.
Yep.
52.
Just letting you know. Just letting you know. You got it.
56.
Sports, and we've got your school covered. On Big 12 Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games.
Ain't
plus
my first
24/7 talk
rodeo,
and
Dylan
analysis.
Riggs.
So cheer.
I got you.
Listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now as a college.
10 seconds.
Plus 3 months of Sirius XM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/Big12Sports.
Hey. All right, we are back here at Rudy's. A couple more to go. Got a couple more tickets. We had a good run on tickets. Looking at about 6 more. If you're within sound here on the South Loop, want to get some barbecue, come by Rudy's, do that, and then get you a couple tickets to Texas Tech and West Virginia coming up. That's a 6 o'clock tip-off between the Red Raiders and Mountaineers. We've had Head coach Mark Adams and Jonathan Holmes on. Now, please, Rudy's audience, help me welcome the man, the myth, the strength and conditioning coach for Texas Tech basketball, Darby Rich. I really wanted you to flex off. Thank you very much. This guy is extremely good at what he does. He's here for a reason. Love having him around, love getting to talk to him, and the results are on the floor, and just appreciate you being here with us. I want to start off from Cannon and Case. Who is the favorite child? How about, you said you weren't going to get any hard ones, but I gave you a high heater right there at the start.
I'll just say his first initial is a C. How about that?
Cannon and Case. Oh, boo. We got a boo from over there. My gosh. Tough crowd. It's been a tough season. How you holding up? 0-7 in conference.
I mean, I'm not the best loser in the world, and so just ready to get back in the fight. Get back in the fight Wednesday. We got to get one. Got to get one soon.
Yeah, it's coming, and we're hoping it's Wednesday. And then you get to go and jump out of conference, which we all want to do, and go play in the SEC for a bit and go down to LSU. You got connections all over the place, don't you? I mean, every time I talk to you, I mean, you've been to Memphis, you've been to Oklahoma, you've been to A&M. I'm right on those, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and now Texas Tech. This is quite a web that you've spun here to get to Texas Tech. During your time, what's it been like?
It's been great. You know, we came here. My wife is a Texas girl, and so when this opportunity came about with Coach Adams, especially based on the success they had in the previous years, it was a great chance for my boys are over here for us to get back into Texas, get my wife. I thought it was a little bit closer to home, but it ends up it's a lot farther away than Memphis. But anyway, we
now that's something.
But we really love it here. The people in the community have been great. Obviously, the fans have been great. You know, last year I was actually laughing with Kansas State strength coach Saturday morning, and I said, "Well, how do you like it?" He's like, "Well, I don't know because we're winning so much. I don't know if the people are real or not." And you know, last year was such a fairy tale beginning for us that everybody was great, but you're almost like, man, what happened if we were to lose? And but it's been great. Our family loves it here, and just got to get back to winning.
Yeah, I want to know about this. Like Mike Neal is the athletic trainer for Texas Tech. He's been a busy man, but you're also in charge of getting these guys ready to play. Obviously, in the summer, I mean, off season is a huge thing for you and in season, but what's that relationship look like when you got an injury and you're trying to get them back ready to play? Do you figure in?
Well, I figure in, you know, anything that's on the medical side, we defer to Mike or the doctors, and so, you know, they have the final call. You know, if it's something as simple as a sprained ankle or something as serious as, you know, what's going on for Dolls right now, you know, they have the final call. But, you know, as the return to play protocol goes along, then, you know, they push them towards me, and you know, I'm like the last stand before they get back on the floor. We have to make sure conditioning wise they're in shape from a muscular standpoint. You know, they're ready to go out there and fight the battle. And so we just, you know, it's really a good, neat relationship between Mike and I. We have a lot of respect for one another, and so we have a trust for one another. Mike knows I'm not going to push him over the edge. I know that he's not the kind of trainer that's going to hold them back if they can do more, and so it's a pretty good handoff between us.
That's cool. Talking to Darby Rich, he is the strength and conditioning coach for Texas Tech men's basketball. In that, well, let me just say this. College athletics itself has evolved to where we can barely recognize it if you were to go 5 years ago to now, right? It's just completely changed. How much do you find yourself having to grow? You can do this in broadcasting. You can get planted in your own ways and not learn a thing from a moment. So how much do you find yourself having to evolve with the times as they change?
You know, I think we all have to evolve. I think from just a true strength conditioning standpoint, I think that the technology that has come along in the last few years has allowed us to advance the field. You know, we used to, you know, you would get a guy's max and then you would work off a percentage and work, you know. Now we could say Kevin O'Banner needs to jump higher, so let's put him in the range that, you know, he's using more explosion. You know, let's take, you know, Pop is a thinner guy. He needs to gain some strength and some muscle. We'll put him, well, we've got cameras and computers inside the racks where we can really dial in to make sure they're using exactly the weight they need at exactly the speed we want to move it to give them, you know, the optimal chance to be the best athlete they can be based on what each individual need is.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Well, the computer does a lot of it for you, but, you know, it's still, the kids have to put in the work. That part hasn't changed. It's just, you know, we used to have to use, you know, just old techniques and go by the book, and now the book is a very broad encyclopedia.
How much of that gets tracked? Because you see these, you know, these kind of, sometimes it's worn across the chest. I mean, some teams, they got kind of a little bump on the top of the backbone. What is all being tracked in a game?
The stuff you see most of the time on the guys' backs is that's a shot tracker deal inside the ball that the Big 12 has us track. Most of the ones you see with the girdles on the guys, that's like a GPS monitoring device that measures, you know, how far they've run, how many steps they've taken. We're actually in the process of changing out the tracking device we use to update to one that more of the high major teams, all the NBA teams are using. Matter of fact, we're in discussions right now with the company because, you know, the one thing that we're fortunate here at Tech, especially with, you know, as much as Dusty Womble is, you know, wants to be at the forefront of technology, is that, you know, we've got some platforms that we have access to that we want to take advantage of, and we're in the process now of switching between one another that we think will take us to a higher level.
Wow, that's amazing. So can you give us an idea on what, like a guard, as far as how far they would run in a game? Does it get to that? Does it track it in miles, kilometers, or steps? What is it?
Well, it does. You know, it's just different per minutes played. You know, really what we want to see is the high impact, high velocity movements. So, you know, a football player, they may say a wide receiver ran a route and he got up to 22 miles an hour. Well, our guys are never between 94 feet going to get up to, you know, by the time they almost get to top speed, they're already braking. And so what we want to see is the kind of explosive movement. How fast can, you know, I get from case to you on a lateral shuffle? And, you know, if I've got a 38-inch vertical, am I getting 38 inches very many times during the game, or am I only jumping 32, you know, in the game? And so we can look at that, and it's not always where the kid is working as hard as he can. Sometimes, you know, you don't have a chance to run and jump. Every jump that, say, Bacho and Fardaws are doing a lot of times is just under the basket with somebody holding them down, and, you know, they don't get full extension.
Right.
But
it makes sense.
You know, we can track all those metrics.
I could talk to you for another 40 minutes, but we're out of time. Let's give it up for Darby Rich, huh? Appreciate you, buddy. And good job dodging the question on the kids. Well done. We'll come back and wrap things up right after this here. One more on Red Raider basketball with Mark Adams of the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Here at Happy State Bank.
Clear for final break, 4 minutes.
Community. Hi, I'm Drew Smith, Lubbock Division President. Happy State Bank is giving back to our communities with over 60 locations in Texas. This is where Happy State Bank serves its communities, giving them what they expect. Genuine, hometown, know-you-by-name service. Find out more about banking with us at happybank.com. Happy State Bank, a division of Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
West Texas weather is always unpredictable, and when high winds and debris damage your roof, there's only one company to call: Andrus Brothers Roofing. ABR has been in business for over 35 years and are part of the Lubbock Area Roofing Contractors Associations, so you know they'll do the job right. If it's not ABR, it's not Andrus Brothers Roofing.
Andrus Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Andrus Brothers Roofing, every time.
For 10 years, the West Texas Land Guys have been turning land into dreams. West Texas Land Guys specialize in developing raw land into builder-ready master plan communities. Having developed hundreds of acres across 10 successful communities in the Lubbock area alone, West Texas Land Guys is one of Lubbock's premier land developers. Whether you're thinking of selling land or want to buy a lot for your dream home, we've got
all right, Dylan. You got any math in you?
See how we're.
I do. You will have about 90 seconds total to close.
Perfect.
More than just a game, it unites
That's
us
what
as
I
a
like.
community
Appreciate
that is
that.
proud of our Red Raiders as they leave it all on the court, and proud of Texas Tech, a school that has shaped the landscape of West Texas. And Plains Capital Bank supporting the Lubbock community is just part of who we are, and that's why we're right there with you, cheering on the Red Raiders at every game. Plains Capital Bank is a proud partner of the Texas Tech Centennial. Rackham Tech, Plains Capital Bank, member FDIC.
Y'all know I'm a Texan born and raised. It's
I
my
won't
roots.
stop.
My family's home, just like McGavick. I won't stop. They're family owned, and I'm a family guy. The day after the draft, they were there for me. McGavick was there for me when it mattered, and they're going to be there for you. Y'all need to know McGavick. These are good people, and they make it so easy. I'm Patrick Mahomes, and I love McGavick Nissan. McGavick.
At Blue Layer, we provide responsible, right-sized technology consulting with a focus on managed services, cybersecurity, and ransomware protection for your business. But partnering with Blue Layer is so much more. Technology empowers your employees and propels business forward by focusing on solutions that drive efficiency and productivity. With solutions in the
Actually, Jeff, scratch that 90. It's going to be 60 seconds max.
Even better.
your most valuable asset. Let's raise the bar together.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who miss the fairway all day and still pull out the big stick, the type of guys who will always prefer to be behind the grill than in front of the camera, and the men who never let their friends forget about a high school nickname. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Who wants to settle for a single TV? With more TVs, bigger screens, plus our fabulous scenic views, there's more to watch at Twin Peaks.
Alrighty, 30 seconds.
Perfect.
Basketball season, and we are fully stocked for all your appliance and furniture needs. Refrigerators, ranges, laundry, living room, dining, and bedroom, all in stock and ready for same-day pickup or free local delivery. We have the lowest prices in town or easy in-house financing with low monthly payments. Friendly staff, unbeatable customer service, Texas Tech alumni.
10 seconds.
Texas Tech corporate partners. Check out our website at homezonetx.com or come see us at 3225 50th Street. The Home Zone, helping you make your house a home.
All right, back for one more here on the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield. Thanks for listening into tonight. Raider basketball with Mark Adams. We got a huge game coming up, believe it or not. Yep, we do. And it is Wednesday. Got a little time to get ready for the Mountaineers. 6 o'clock is that tip. Get off work, get there. I got a few more tickets to give away here tonight. Then after that, later on this week, we'll depart Friday for Baton Rouge to take on LSU, and hopefully a 2-0 week coming up. I feel like it will be. 1 o'clock that tip down at the Big 12 SEC Challenge. Huge thank yous to Mark Adams, Jonathan Holmes, Darby Rich, and Dylan Riggs from the LBK. And be careful with that snow if it comes through. Jeff Haxton saying God bless, guns up, and good night. Thank you, folks. You're awesome.